Hello everyone and welcome back to another movie review. I'm your host Ian from EonTalk, and today I'll be reviewing Tune In for Love, or in Korean, 유열의 음악앨범.
안녕하세요. 오늘부터 음악 앨범의 진행을 맡은 새로운 DJ 유열입니다.
기적이 일어났어요.
The year was 1994, and the first day Yuyeol hosted the radio show Music Album when Misu was working at a bakery and fate brought her and Hyunwoo together. The two show interest in each other, but their love line is short-lived as the fate that brought them together separates them. Years pass by, and the two run into each other again like a miracle. But their situations and the timing does not allow the two to be together. As this process repeats itself over and over, the two rely on Yuyeol's radio show to keep in touch, and eventually, Misu and Hyunwoo start a heart relationship. But how long will fate let it last this time?
돌아가고 싶었어. 아주 많이.
Tune In for Love stars Jung and Kim Go-Eun, and the two are very popular. They're one of the top Korean actors and actresses in the Korean scene, and for them to star in a smaller production movie was quite a surprise for me. But the two have experience working with each other on the Korean drama Goblin or Dokkaebi, which is like one of the most famous Korean dramas. I'll be honest, I didn't watch the drama incomplete, but I've seen how much potential and how much talent the two have. I remember seeing Jung in another drama called 밥 잘 사주는 예쁜 누나, and he was very good in that. His character in this has a similar vibe in Tune In for Love. He plays a bad boy in this, and I can already tell that he's going to steal a lot of girls' hearts with his role in this. He's hella good looking even from the eyes of another guy. He has so much charm and he shows so much of his charm in this movie. He like sets the standard like really high for like what a boyfriend should be. Ladies, lower your standards. There's no real guy like that out there, I don't think. The movie is a smaller production and it definitely has like an indie vibe to it. This means that the movie is not fast-paced. It progresses pretty slowly and it's pretty quiet throughout the movie. Like there's no like real like big action or like any like, it doesn't have like a roller coaster ride of actions, but it does have a roller coaster ride of emotions, which I'll get to later. And despite it being a smaller film, it's been very well received in the Korean box offices. It's been #1 for like a week. Even before its official release, it's had like the #1 reservation spot amongst the 3 big movie theaters here in Korea, CGV, Megabox, and Lotte Cinema. It's ranked #1 in all 3 of those movie theaters. And this says a lot because the #2 spot is a different movie for each of those 3 movie theaters. So taking the #1 position in all 3 of those big 3 movie theaters is a very big accomplishment, not only for it being a smaller movie, but it's a very impressive accomplishment even for a bigger movie. Tune In for Love, it gives you that like warm and fuzzy feeling, and it hits you with nostalgia. It brings back all those old memories of your first love or like when you first started dating, and it does a very good job at connecting with the audience and their emotions. Now, going a little bit deeper, let's take a look at what I found the good parts about the movie were. The first positive element of the movie that I found was the music, the audio, the background music that this movie had. It sets the tone very well for the mood and it brings you back. It takes you back to the era of that time. For example, they had like Pinker 노래, which represents like the late 90s, early 2000s. And music has a very powerful way of taking a person back to whenever that time was. Like any like memories you have associated with that music. When that music plays, like it takes you back to like that time and like it brings back all those memories. And I believe that the movie did a very good job at using and utilizing music as a tool to set the tone and the vibe and bring back the audience to when they had like that first love memory or like when they first met like the love of their life. I think that the music really does a good job setting the tone, and not only with like the love relationship, but just like in general bringing you back to the 90s or early 2000s. It did a very good job taking the audience back in time and really engaging the audience with the time of that movie. And also, not only with the music did the movie have like the good vibe, but it did a very good job using like the cinematography and the settings to really give that old school 90s retro vibe. Another good thing about the movie was that The acting by the two main actors, Jung and Kim Go-Eun, they were amazing. They are phenomenal actors, and they continue to show that with like their past works. Jung in Something in the Rain and Kim Go-Eun in The Goblin. The two definitely have proven themselves with past productions, and they do it again here and show just how good of an actor and actress they are. And I would say the casting of the two were done very well because the chemistry that the two had, it almost seems like they actually are going out and like they actually are boyfriends and girlfriend, because the way they look at each other and just like how they interact, and the two are really cute together. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually came out and said that they're actually going out. There's a lot of like awe moments, and like you find yourself just smiling when you're watching the two on screen. It does get a little bit cheesy, but I wouldn't say that it's in a bad way. More like a cheesy pickup line that you actually find amusing. And it's not only the two main actors that gave a very good performance, but the supporting cast, especially the actress that plays the older sister of Misu, her acting was very good as well. Just the overall acting performances of Tune In For Love was very impressive. However, there are some bad parts. It felt like the movie was a little too long, and it was prolonged a little bit too long. The movie is actually a little bit over 2 hours long, but because it is a smaller movie and it has that slower progression that smaller movies have, it felt a lot longer than 2 hours. And building on the fact that it has a slow progression, it maybe because of the slow progression, it felt like the movie was actually more like a drama. It felt like 2 or 3 episodes of a drama that were mashed together into a movie, like a summarized version of a drama series. I'm not saying that this is bad, but it felt more like a drama, most probably likely because it is a smaller production. Yeah, it felt like more of something that you would watch on TV than on the silver screens. And finally, the last bad part about the movie, I would say, is that it's not really a family film. It may look like something that you would want to watch with your family or with your parents, but if you do, there's a little bit of sexual scenes, like a minor sexual scenes. It's not too much, it doesn't reveal too much, or it doesn't show too much, but it definitely has enough to make things uncomfortable and awkward. All in all, Tune In For Love is a very real movie. It gets you really emotional and hits you in the feels. You can really relate to the characters. Like if you've ever had a girlfriend or if you've ever been in love, you could put yourself in the shoes of the characters, and it brings back all those old memories and like the memories of your first love, the first time you had your girlfriend or the first crush you had. It brings you back to all those older memories, which is why a lot of people get very emotionally attached to the movie. It gives you like those thoughts of like, what if it happened like this? What if I didn't say that? Or like, what if I acted this way? What if things played out like this instead of how it actually played out? Like it makes you think of like all the possibilities that could have happened. Like I mentioned in the beginning, the movie takes you back with like the settings and like the music. It makes it feel like you're traveling through time. And if there's like one message the movie has, I would say it's surround yourself with good people. I said that the movie is a very real movie. This isn't only in the aspect of love, but life in general. If you watch the movie, you'll know, but now that I come to the concluding part of the review, I feel like I put too much emphasis on just like the love side of the movie, but there's another whole different side of life and like the hard parts of life that you go through. It does a very good job at representing this as well. I would give Tune In For Love a ticket price value of $11. I would definitely recommend giving it a watch, but keep in mind that it's a slower movie and it gets very emotional. It takes a very real approach to life and love. And yeah, if you like romance movies, if you like drama movies, if you like K-drama, then I would definitely recommend giving this a watch. Thank you for watching, everyone. Be sure to give this video a like if you like the movie reviews that I make. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next review.
안녕하세요. 오늘부터 음악 앨범의 진행을 맡은 새로운 DJ 유열입니다.
기적이 일어났어요.
유열이 처음 DJ한 날 1994년 10월 1일. 이거 네 이메일 주소야. 내가 만들었어.
확인도 못할 이메일 주소로 메일을 보낸 지 벌써 여러 달이 흘렀네요.
아저씨 컴퓨터 좀요.
어떻게 지내?
소중한 그 기억들을 불러봅니다.
유열의 음악앨범 출발합니다.
기적. 참 별거 아니야. 뭐지?